Because you shouldn't push your children into something that you like. They need to come to you.
You already got 3 world championships, and we think you're about to get your 4th, and the record would be 8. And what do you think of that?
Let's say if you tell me I have to stop tomorrow, I'm fine with it.
Will you ask your dad
future.
to train your son? Let's send it to Leclerc.
你手啥?
You remembered all the questions?
Oh, no, yeah, let's start with Abu Dhabi. No, I was kidding.
So you already got 3 world championships, and we think you're about to get your 4th, and the record would be 8. And what do you think of that? Is that something you start to vision now? Because there's only 4 to go.
Well, at the moment, 5. But,
Okay, let's emphasize on that. Not yet, people.
Honestly, I don't think about it. If it happens, it happens. But you need a lot of luck as well. You know, you need to be lucky to be in a team for a long time that have the dominant car, which we don't know at the moment. So for me, it's not something that I'm thinking about. I'm enjoying the moment. I'm already very happy with what I have achieved in the sport, and it's way more than I ever thought was possible in the first place. So for me, it's already like, let's say if you tell me I have to stop tomorrow, I'm fine with it.
What, really? Oh, we don't want you to stop.
No. It's just as a saying, you know,
Okay.
that if you then look back at my career.
Because we heard rumors about you want to retire when you're 30 to drive GT3 and stuff. So we're a bit more worried about that, actually.
Maybe.
Oh. Okay.
That's for next time.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about other drivers, because you're the winning one for the past 3-4 years. But whom do you think has the chance to challenge you in the future?
Well, it's difficult to know, because in F1, you know, there's so many great drivers and young talents in the sport that I think a lot of them, you know, they can win races and championships. But everything needs to come together. Everything needs to fall in the right place to be able to, you know, to fight for championships. Because I felt I was ready in 2017-18 to fight for championships, but I didn't have the car. And over time, of course, you gain more experience. You become a more, let's say, complete driver. But then also with having the right car, then you can finally, you know, fight for the championship.
So if you choose between Leclerc or Norris?
Both of them are you know, incredible. So if you give them the same car, they both of them can win the championship, you know, if they have the fastest car.
My next question would be, because we do commentating as well, and we, after long-term observation, we realized you didn't make any mistake after like 2021. You became like a perfect machine. We were very curious, what have you went through after maybe 2018 or 2021 that make you become like a perfect driver? What's the magic element?
I think in general it has to do with experience. Of course, also when you are fighting for the championship and you know that you have a car that, you know, that is capable of fighting for the championship, you I think take a little bit less risk. Where, you know, in my early stage of my career, I had a car that was sometimes good enough to win a race, but not all the time. And then when you have the opportunity to win, you risk a little bit more, and then, you know, sometimes it can go wrong. Now that I know that, you know, fighting for a championship, you need to score points throughout the whole year. You cannot retire. Of course, we did already once, but in general, you know, you want to always try and score points. Everyone makes mistakes. We're not robots, but yeah, you try to be as close to perfection as possible.
Next question would be, you know, since you're winning a lot, sometimes we're expecting some unexpectancy on the grid. So what do you think about reverse grid on the sprint race, at least?
I'm not a big fan of it, but in general, of course, for me, like a sprint race is not very exciting. I'm more about just the proper race and have the full distance and you know, for me, it's always the best team, the best combination with the driver. They should win the race, and they should not be punished for their success. Let's say like that, because that's how it's been in the past as well, and that's also how I see the sport should move forward. You know, they shouldn't try to invent. Any kind of gimmicks. You know, we don't want it to be Mario Kart. So.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. So let's talk to Domenicali next time about this. So my next question would be, if you choose to retire when you're 30 and stuff, there will be young drivers coming up. And recent year we have seen people like Behrman, like AKA, like Zem Maloney in Red Bull Junior, right?
He was.
Oh, yeah.
He was.
So do you have any advice for those young talents, because they went through the same phase as you did? And what's the situation? How was different from your time to their time?
It's tough because I always find it very difficult to advise. I think it's more about when you work with someone, you start to realize their good areas or maybe the areas where they have to work on. And from the outside, it's always very difficult to comment on that because every driver is different. Everyone needs to be treated in a different way. I find because of how they are personality-wise, their surroundings. So, any words of advice? I mean, at the end of the day, you always have to believe in yourself. It doesn't matter what other people say. You always have to think that you are the best driver out there. I think that's that belief you need to have. You need to be very strong-minded, and you need to be able to take a bit of criticism here and there because it's always around the corner. And then the rest, it depends on a lot of different things.
Yeah, actually, that would link to my next question. Would be if you have a kid in the future, would you train him just like how your dad trained you to be a Formula One driver? Because
I would advise him not to be a driver. It's less stressful.
Well, like Kimi Räikkönen has started to train Robin Carton.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, of course, if he or she wants to race and I see the potential, then I would go for it. It's like how my dad did with me, but I would never actively push.
Will you ask your dad to train your son?
If he wants to, but
he has successfully did
if
once.
he sees the potential, he probably will. If he doesn't see it, I don't see it, then you shouldn't even start. Because you shouldn't push your children into something that you like. They need to come to you to ask them about what they want to,
That's
what
very
they want to
considerate.
do. Otherwise, it's
all the
never
Chinese
gonna work.
parents need to look at this as well.
Yes. It's honestly a big one because if you are pushing your child into something, eventually he might not like it as much, and then maybe he doesn't become determined enough, to make it, and then all the effort that you did is for nothing.
Okay, worth to consider. So my question would be related to Mobil 1. Red Bull Racing and Mobil 1 has formed a strong partnership. How does this collaboration impact the team's pursuit of excellence on the track?
Well, I mean, you could clearly see once we started to work together, I think the performances started to ramp up. And also, from my side, from what I was used to now, it's been pretty incredible of what we have been able to achieve every single year. Also, with rule changes and stuff every time, to come up with new innovations as well. It's been a great partnership, and also for the coming years, it's very exciting to be able to work together and see what comes out of that partnership.
Great. So looking ahead, how do you see the partnership between Mobil 1 and Red Bull Racing continue to drive innovation and success in the world of motorsports?
Yeah, I mean, of course, a lot of things that we also learn in F1, they can be used in a lot of other sports, but also in general, around the world. It of course also depends a bit on the rule changes that are coming, but for sure in F1, we always try to strive to a sustainable future, and that's what we're working on now. Of course, I'm not the expert on it, but from what I've seen so far,
but you get benefits from their technology
for sure.
improvement.
Exactly, and speaking to people who really know their stuff, in every single area, it's always very exciting to see.
And now we have a small game for you. So since you're only gonna be in Shanghai for a couple of days, but China is so big.
I know,
and you can't really be everywhere, so we try to bring the China to you. So we have a game called Cloud Travel powered by Mobil 1 with Max Verstappen. And let me introduce you some gadgets. This is a clothes from northeast part of China.
Let me give it a try.
Yes.
Well, it's at least nice and warm.
Yes, very warm because it's very cold. And the second thing is, what people say in northeast China when they say someone, they say like 你瞅啥? It's like, what are you looking at? Because
你瞅啥?
So when next time like Leclerc catching you up, you can just look at him and say 你瞅啥?
你瞅啥?
Not 100% friendly, but is
well, maybe with a smile. If you say with a smile.
Yeah, that would be very cute.
Yeah.
Actually, if you wanna, you can do this. Put your hands in the sleeves to people keep them warm. In northeast China.
I think I need a bigger size.
Oh, you can't do it. Okay. Sorry, it's my fault. I should get a bigger one.
Yeah.
So anyways, you've done this part. You can just say to the camera and say 你瞅啥 and let's send it to Leclerc.
你瞅啥?
Okay. Thank you so much. And the second one, we have a small gift. Is panda is very famous in China, and but mostly it's in Sichuan, which is the southwest part. So we bring the panda to you. This is actually the same size and weight of a 3-month-old baby panda, and you can take it, put it.
Really?
Yeah. And we can take a
They are too funny.
yeah. We can take a selfie together. Aha. And welcome to China.
Yeah, thank you. Wow, they really made it like the same way.
It's people love panda. They make it so real. And Albin's helmet this week, he used the panda as well.
He used the panda?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, if you like it, you can obviously keep it.
This is really funny.
Yeah, it's 1.3 kilograms, and it's very.
So
easy
next year I come back and then we take a real panda.
Yeah. We should go see a real panda. Well, you can keep it for Max. For
Yes, I think she will love it.
Oh my gosh, she might be able to.
I need a different bag for that to travel.
Yeah. And that's our interview. And welcome to China again. And hope you win another championship.
Thank you very much.
Yes.